I feel like a ghost returning to some castle. I don't like to return to the past. It's painful. It's 30 years ago since I was last here. I came with Corbusier for the inauguration of the building, and he was the chief architect. But he accepted me to design its architecture and to calculate it as an engineer. I can't tell if things have changed much. The trees have grown up, I suppose. I don't remember.
Seigneur, prends pitié, Seigneur, prends pitié, Seigneur, prends pitié, Seigneur, prends pitié, Seigneur, prends pitié. Ô Christ, prends pitié, ô Christ, prends pitié, ô Christ, prends pitié.
I don't remember that Le Corbusier was a religious man. Certainly he never talked about such things with the monks, and neither did I. I don't think you have to be a religious person to design a religious building. Our conversations with the monks were over a long period about what they needed in a functional way, slowly organizing the interior space for the necessities of their life and their faith. Can you imagine? I've designed them and I've never seen until now. There are two ideas I used in the windows. One is the distance between the vertical lines of the glass panes, and that was based on the golden section. And the other was to use a variable density of the vertical lines to create a flow that undulates. These ideas originated from earlier musical composition, such as metastasis. The three lower levels to the west with the rhythmic glass panes are the areas for communal living, the refectory, the classrooms, the library. Above them are P-cells, like cells in a honeycomb. This is where the monks live in privacy and pray alone. Originally, the monastery was planned as a kind of higher religious school for young Dominican monks. Now, there are fewer brothers, and the place is also used for religious and other groups to meet, also for students in architecture. There is a bed, a table, a chair, a wash basin in the corner, and a balcony to view the surroundings.
Le Seigneur soit avec vous. Élevons notre cœur. Rendons grâce au Seigneur notre Dieu. Cela est bon.
I suppose there is a kind of relationship between austerity and the monastic life, but at that time, concrete was a new way of building because of the war. Instead of having marble plates and things like that, the concrete was naked, not painted. We didn't face it, we just left it as it was. In architecture, there are two things: the material, but also especially what is real architecture, proportions, absolute dimensions, and also space and light. Proportions, absolute dimensions, together with the light and space, this is architecture. If you win that, the material is much less important. So the light here was organized in the following way. We have the light of the pews, which are here, that is coming from those openings, rectangular ones, both sides. Then we have on top of the ceiling another light which is more powerful because it is from the heaven. Then you have the light of the polygons there that bring the light in the sacristy at the same time in the church. This is why that red wall is inclined, in order to let the light come in the church. This passageway leads underneath the church to a chapel that is separate, but in the same volume as the main church. And here there are 7 altars that were used for individual celebration of the Mass. The monks don't do that anymore, so it's now become a kind of museum, I suppose, a museum of religion. These skylights I called cannons, light cannons. I used the design of an olive oil container from Algeria for the shape and created the wall around them in an irregular, curved way. Putting the cloister on the roof, why not? We had to design it with high walls so that the monks could not be seen from below, but it allows them to walk with the clouds and the heavens. I think that it's important to look backwards. But if you look backwards too much, then you have a pain and you can't look in the front of you. A pain in the neck. So it's important to forget things in order to discover new things. But we are all so much in the past. Our body, our brain, everything. 15 billion years at least.
Oh